Hi guys, how are you doing today? I hope everyone is keeping well. Here I'm making a super easy, wonderful, tasty fish recipe along with this lovely garden salad and wonderful fruit for dessert. Welcome to my channel guys. First we're gonna make that salad. It's a simple garden salad. What I did, I have some daikon and some cucumber slice with a potato slicer, and then what I cut them down and make little rollets, and then we create some design with the carrots and florets. And we have some romaine salad and herb of your choices. Put the vegetable that you enjoy the most. And here we create a nice garden salad. We have some fruit for dessert. We set it aside. I have some fish. These are some wild caught fish. They're called butterfish or orange croaker. And here it's still a little frozen. I'm going to slice them down. At this point, you can remove some of the bones right there. I don't have a problem with it because I know how to remove it. And if you can, go right ahead and keep cutting down the way I'm doing here. Or continue slicing it down, pull the bones over the tweezer. And I'm going to do all of that and set it aside, allow it to defrost completely and pat dry it really well. In the meantime, I have 4 large carrots and 4 large potato peel and cook 4 minutes on my stove and set it aside. I have 4 plum tomatoes here, sliced, or 2 large tomatoes. And I have 1 lemon cut very thinly, sliced very thinly, and then I cut it in quarters. I have 2 cups of yellow onions, small ones, sliced very thinly. I set it aside, and for the stuffing, we're gonna have 8 cloves of garlic, a 1/4 cup of olives, pepper, and onions, and a 1/4 cup of cilantro, and a 1/4 cup of parsley, and 5 tablespoons of olive oil. And those are gonna be the stuffing what we're gonna stuff the fish with. And our further spices that we're gonna season the stuffing with, we have 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, cumin powder, thyme, curry powder, black pepper, and salt. Here I have some Himalayan pink salt. You can use regular salt. And I'm getting a big bowl, and I'm gonna add the onions. I use a bit of red onions and yellow onions. You can use just either one. And I add it into the bowl with the olives, pepper, and I'm using pickled garlic. I'll have the link in the description box if you're interested, because pickled garlic, it has a little tartness to it and it brings a wonderful flavor to the fish. Not garlicky, but really tasty. We have the cilantro and parsley there, and then I'll grab the bowl with the spices and add it and season those vegetables really nicely, and with a bit of olive oil, or you can use canola or sunflower oil, whatever oil you like, and add it there and mix it really well to create the topping for your fish. That looks really delicious. So alright, so we're going to mix that and set it aside. And then I'm going to grab a baking pan. Now I'm using a shallow baking pan, and a cookie sheet works really well here, cookie pan, because when you put the fish, because it's cut down and it's really thin, it can easily break when it cooks. And if you want to keep a nice presentation, use a shallow pan like this. We're going to line the potatoes in the bottom and the carrots. Now these potatoes, like I've mentioned, I boiled them for 4 minutes. As you can see, they're still half cooked. They're like raw there, but it had the cooking time, even cooking time. When the fish is cooked, the potato will be cooked, and the carrots. If you don't do that, you have to slice them down really, really thin. It's going to be raw. So we want a nice piece on them, like about 1 inch, So I pre-cook it. I put it there in the pan with some onions, and these are the fishes. We already sliced them, patted down dry, nice, So I'm going to grab one of it. Put in another small baking pan here, and we're gonna take that seasoning we make, for the topping, add a generous amount on top of the fish, and then we're gonna spread it out really nice on top and season the fish really nicely. Now I want to tell you this: a lot of people don't like to cook fish because it either has a fishy taste, or it's smelly, or it's difficult. Now this fish is really not fishy, smelly, or whatever you want to say. And what we did, it has a beautiful taste, and if you prepare fish like this, it's super easy and you will love to eat it. And here we have the fish. We did each one of them, and we lined it with some tomatoes on top. And then I will get that lemon that is sliced really thinly. So I cut it down in thin slices and cut it in 4 small pieces. So you put about a slice really thin on top, 4 or 5 pieces on top of it like that. So this fish is really delicious. Like I mentioned, it smells like the ocean, and it has a lovely taste. A nice creamy, the flesh is creamy and really delicious, and fresh. It kept the freshness even though it's frozen. It's called, like I said, it's called butterfish or orange croaker, and you can find them in the Asian market in the freezer, and it's a fish that's imported from Guyana. It's wild caught. Here I sprinkle some paprika on top of it, and then I add a little more black pepper. I feel like you need a little more, so I add it. You can always play with the spices. And then we add a bit of cilantro and parsley on top, and then I'll drizzle a little more olive oil. So I drizzle a little oil because what happened that I wanted to, when I put it under the broiler a little, after I steam bake it for 30 minutes. And then I put it under the broiler, so you'll get a nice caramelization on the vegetable on the top also. We're going to enhance the taste of your fish. And there it looks really, really delicious and scrumptious. And we cover with some aluminum foil. And then we're going to pop it into my oven at 375 degrees. And close it there and leave it for 30 minutes to steam bake. And then I go back and I'm going to check on it after 30 minutes. And then when I open it, be careful because sometimes you can get stuck. You see the head got stuck a little on the aluminum foil. That's alright. We're not eating the head. That's just a presentation on the fish. And so, you just see the little sauce released from the tomatoes and the carrots and all these things. So we're going to put it back in the oven and give it another 10 minutes. And then it dries up some of the sauce and create a nice caramelization on the potatoes and the carrots and on top of the vegetable on top as well. And it looks something like beautiful like that. And in 40 minutes this is ready. And we put it on my stove here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift it up. This is why I use the cookie sheet, because with the cookie sheet, when you lift the fish out, it will not break. You slide it gently onto your plate. So you keep the presentation of your fish. It looks really delicious and amazingly easy to do. Now we're going to serve that with this beautiful garden salad, and for dessert we have some lovely fruit, and then you'll have some green onion bread there, chive bread. I have a description. I'm going to put the link in the description box for you if you're interested in the pickled garlic and the chive bread. And there you have it, guys. It's a wonderful, super easy, delicious, tasty recipe. Thanks for watching my video and showing love and support to Deliciously Simple One channel. Enjoy. Later.